So here we have the base Necro, and the coolest thing about the base Necro is it's probably still one of the strongest solo classes in the game. I mean, you have wells that you can throw around to AoE, and then when things get hectic, you just go inside your not your Reaper Shroud, my bad. You go inside your Death Shroud, and you can actually range. And a lot of times I play base Reaper and World versus World still to this day just for a full Berserk build, being able to use the Death Shroud and just about two-shot other Berserk players, and it's really fun. You have a fear, you can attach to someone like that. You can do a massive AoE, which I will show you as soon as I kill this guy actually. So where are those guys? I think they're up here. So you have stuff like this where you can teleport. Right now I have Plague on, but actually Plague has been changed to be really good. Lich Form transforms you into this massive monster that kind of just like AoEs everything down, but well, it doesn't really AoE. Actually, I'll show you, because all this does is put a thing on the floor that kind of just like pulses out conditions, and it's really good actually, especially if you're a condition build. But we're going to, okay, I got in combat somehow. This guy got me into combat. I don't know how. Okay, I'm snatching, because of the plague signet, I'm snatching stuff off of people. This guy, I have to actually change this one out, but the signets are another thing that makes Necro so cool, and you have signets for everything. Help you run faster, more power, and they all do a lot of other stuff as well, but right now we're just going to switch that out for something like this. But my favorite build, actually, I'm going to show you guys. My favorite build with this is actually a Minion Master build, where you just literally, like, this is probably my favorite base Necro build, and you can have success in anything with this. Especially PvE. You don't have to worry about, you know, needing a party or anything like that. Your boys got your back. So you have all these minions, right? You just go into an AoE situation, right? Go into Death Shroud, hit your 4. As you can see, it's sucking the life from everything around you. You have 30,000 health. And this is probably really defensive build right here, whatever. But Necros have the second largest health pool in the game, other than Warrior, I believe, right? So then you still have your fear and stuff like that, where you can fear them, but it's just really crazy. Anything that you focus in on, you and all your pets are going to hit it. As you can see them switching targets right now. The only thing that's annoying sometimes, I mean, I get into it, so I'm okay with it. Can you see like the green screen, like when you're in the Necro, when you're in the Death Shroud, it's like a little green tint. It's very annoying sometimes, but other times mostly I love it. And you see how fast it, do you see how fast I just filled that bar up outside of it and went right back into it? And I can attach everyone with this, and it's going to give them torment and make it so they can't even move for a couple of seconds. So it's it's very crazy. And when they can't move, your pets can really, you know, nail them down and stuff like that. So let me tell you something. You know, a lot of classes have about, you know, I would say 15 to, I would say 12 to like 17,000 health when they have like HP gear and stuff like that. The Necro HP gear, 30,000 health plus another 23,000 as, you know, a shield that you can keep regenning. And I'm going to actually burn this shield again just to kind of show you guys how fast we can get this back up, because this is what makes Necros, this is what determines, you know, a bad and a good Necro. You know what I mean? A really good Necro will be able to keep their Shroud up and focus on putting their Shroud up rather than just like pure damage, and to be able to go in there to suck in a lot of damage. And that's why a lot of times it seems like you guys, you know, when you run into these Necros, that it seems like they don't take damage, especially in PvE, because I'm able to solo dungeons on my Necro, and in solo dungeons that other classes wish they could. So if you, as you see right now, all I have to do is a couple of freaking attacks, with this, and I'm already back at full. So that's another 23, almost 24,000 that someone has to go to before they even get to the 30,000. And then once that's off, they have so long to go before they get back. You know what I mean? Before they kill me, before I can go right back into it. And actually, a long time ago, you weren't able to heal your health while you were in this, but now you can with certain talents and stuff. So you can actually heal while you're in life shroud, and then you can heal your life shroud while you're just out of it. So it's kind of like a circle, and it's really fun, to be honest. But Minion Master is probably the go-to build for a lot of new players that's playing Necro. The only problem is the pets can be annoying sometimes. They can get you into a lot of trouble. But the cool thing is they attack everything that you attack. So whatever you attack, just act like you and your pets are focusing them down. And also you can use all the abilities now on your pets to just do really cool stuff, and they'll still be there except for your healing one. If you don't sacrifice him, let your blood fiend keep attacking, because that's how he heals you. And sometimes if a person's too weak or you're too tanky, you'll notice that your pet is out healing their damage, which is pretty funny and sad for them though. But yeah, this is base Necro, and base Necro has Death Shroud. It's really great. It's not a bad skill at all. A lot of players think that the other elite specializations are better, but Necro is one of those classes where you can make a build for all of the Necros and be okay. So it's not a bad class to start off on. Like I said, it's my main. I love him. He's awesome. I really want to change the way he looks though soon. I've been looking like this for a year now, so it's time to change it up soon. Okay, so here we have the Reaper. And the Reaper is the Heart of Thorns elite specialization for the Necro. Now, we would call this guy the King of Swing. And I know that was corny, but I wanted to say that for a while. So the special weapon for this elite specialization is the Great Sword. Now, this is something that Necros wanted for a long time, a chance to be able to do physical damage. So here we have the Great Sword. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's awesome. So, not only are we like a caster class with a full-blown melee like weapon that just seems so cool, and I usually have it turned into like a katana, but I had it on, I think, my Dragon Knight or Dragon Hunter or something like that. So that's why now it looks all like glowy or whatever. But as you can see, the damage is really good. Now, that's not the best part. The best part is now your Reaper, your Death Shroud, turns into a Reaper Shroud. And the cool thing about this is it's spin to win. So you just come in here, snatch everything in, you go into your Shroud, and you just spin everything to death. And you just reap them. And you have this big scythe, and you still have your massive health pool from before. So it's all about the chill, guys. All about the chill. You can fear multiple targets still. Oh man, it just makes meleeing so awesome, and it puts the Necromancer in this really cool space where they can do everything efficiently. They can range regular damage, they can range condition damage, and now they can melee. Like, which is just really crazy. I mean, before we could still melee, but it just wasn't this cool, you know. And you can really put a hurt on people, I'm telling you guys, with Reaper. Like, and PvE, it makes PvE so much fun. You know, imagine being able to just keep going in and out of this form and just like almost never taking actual damage. Being able to solo things that other classes wish they could solo. And you can still go a Minion Master as a Reaper, which is really crazy. Look, there's always somebody that wants to like join in on the destruction of these things. But look how fast. I haven't even, the cooldown hasn't even come up yet on a thing, and I filled up the bar again, which is crazy. I'll show you guys that like one more time. Boom, you can ice block some things. right? And we're just gonna keep attacking until we get it down. But I think the third attack is actually healing it. All right, so we're about to come out of it, right? Pull them over here, do an AoE, boom, already full again. And that wasn't even the perfect situation, but just look at the damage that this thing just spews out. It's really beautiful because this class can sit in a very defensive place and still, you know, do a crap load of damage. And as you guys can see, I have on Paladins as a Reaper. So that Paladins is kind of, if you guys didn't know, it's more of like a tanky sigil. It's like tanky gear, you know what I mean? Kind of like Knights. It has toughness, vitality, power, and precision. It doesn't have critical damage, which is like the big damage boost or whatever, but as you can see, it still does a crap load of damage. And actually, if we can get out of combat, I'll switch it to something more aggressive. I'll switch it to Berserker actually to show you guys. So with Paladins, and Paladins only has a little bit of vitality and gives you 26,000 health. Like, that's crazy. You guys don't even know how big it is. And you still have 21,000 health in Berserker. So this is, other classes like Thief and stuff like that will have 11,000 health. This is why the Necromancer is just like so freaking awesome. So look at the numbers now that you have the crit thing. We're reaching 11,000. You know, we're cleaving for 4,000, 5,000. It's just really nice, right? Then you have your other stuff, which are shouts and stuff like that. Chill to the bone. They're just CCs that you yell out. And spectral armor is just a really good skill all around because it gives you, you know, protection. But pull these guys in, do a great sword hit, and you guys will notice how hard the great sword is actually hitting right now, which is absolutely crazy. And this gets even higher. I mean, like, look at that, 9,000. Alright, and the cool thing about this is when they're below 50% health, there's no cooldown on this, on Gravedigger. So you just smash things to bits. And it feels great. This thing used to one-shot people back in the day. It still does a crap load of damage if you catch people off guard with it, but it's a bit too slow for PvP, so a lot of people just use it in PvE. But I use it because I love it. I think it's awesome, especially if you're in a group fight and everyone's grouped up. You just smash through them with this, just completely cleave through them. And Reaper Shell still has 16,000. Look, we got 14,000 on that one test dummy before he died, which was crazy. And that's Reaper, man. Reaper is just really dope. It basically turns Necro into a melee beast. You know, if you love AoE, if you love being really tanky and, you know, being safe, this is definitely for you. Alright, so here we have, man, I'm telling you, this class is like the triple decker of like everyone's problems, man. Like, I guess completely love this class in and out, man. Whoever designed this class, man, kudos, because I love every elite specialization this class has, and this one is called the Scourge. Now, I thought the Reaper was the king of AoE. Okay, the Reaper has nothing on the Scourge AoE. I mean, well, okay, it's got a little something, but the Scourge lays out shades. Okay, look at this. So every place that these things are, they deal out damage and do damage based on these skills that I use as well. So as you can see, not only were all three of those things doing damage, but also I was emitting damage as well. So it's pretty crazy if you put, you know, usually I like the spec so I get one big one so it covers more range and use skills, but as you can see, it's just so much damage, and I'm not even there. I'm like, it's kind of like a better version of the marks from your staff. So as you guys can see, And let me show you guys the ultimate. The ultimate is just really cool. So this person is joining in right now, but it's alright. You can still see the damage and condition stuff that it lays. And I'm telling you, it does a lot of damage. And I don't miss the Reaper Shroud at all. Don't miss any of that when I'm on this hill. Although I love them all. But the Scourge is really a different way to play Necro. And it feels really great. Like, people just don't even know what to do when you turn a corner on this class. And in PvE, oh man, you just burn things else. So the cool thing is, for a long time, the Necromancer was lacking a condition combo. You know, they always had Scepter, but they didn't have like a good offhand, right? So now we have Torch. So it adds burning into the mix as well as some extra torment, which is really nice. So boom, boom, you can throw this and then you can get like, you can throw down that and still just look at that. Like, you can really put some damage out with this class, and it's just really nice. Look at that. That is just insane, insane, and so fun for a mixed build. So like right now, you can see I just have Deadshot Amulet on, which is a precision and condition. So all the physical damage that you see is just base, because this isn't even a mixed one. What I would really want to do is use something like Vipers. Now I have Viper in a mixture of Sinister as my actual set, I believe. So as you can see here, it's all Viper armor, but I have some Sinister pieces over here just for a little bit more condition damage, because that's probably the best outcome for that. But let's see if we can actually get out of what you call, so I can show you. And also we have stuff like sprints, right? Look at our heal. It puts a barrier on us as well, 4,000 barrier, as well as healing us for 3,000 health, which is really nice. We'll go something like this. And also, what else were we going to do? I guess these are fine right here, but I want to show you guys the Viper Amulet. Okay, so now we have Vipers. Now the damage is going to go up. Actually, we can use it on this guy just to show you guys the burst. And look, he's already dead, and we still have all of our stuff. Anyone comes to res him, boom, we just all right on top of this guy. He's done. The burst is just absolutely madness, if that's what they like to say. Absolute madness. So look at this. We just, everything's just dying. They're just falling and respawning because we're doing so much damage. And the cool thing about our new sprint is it adds boom conversion. So when people freaking chase us, on top of this, they get boom conversion and they get freaking movement speed reduction, and they burn for a crap load of damage, dude. It's so cool. And it gives us stability, which we've been lacking for a long time. We have actual teleport now, so we can teleport right up in people's face and just be like boom, boom. And as you can see, the skill knocks people down. So it's really dope. And the amount of barrier and heals that we get, like, so right here, life force, right? But this takes off conditions and stuff on us, as well as convert booms on other people as a AoE type thing, right? So boom, it did that. And then you have this one, which gives you 2,000 barrier, right? This one does a fear, but you have it spec, so fears actually do damage to people as well. Boom conversion as well, right, to 3 targets. Then you have this, which is your massive damage one, your Desert Shroud. And actually, let's see if we can run away again. Okay, so we're going to go in here and we're going to change this trait right here. So remember when we had 3 wells, now we have 1 big well. So it's really hard for anything to get out of it. Look how big that is, right? And we'll do something like this and just press the desert shroud or whatever and auto attack and just run. Like, and look how easy that was. And PvE, it feels so good because the damage is so massive. Oh my goodness, guys. I'm telling you guys, don't be discouraged by the lack of Shroud in this form, because this form is just absolutely amazing. And there you go, guys. This is the Scourge.